How are you doing, guys? So I just wanted to do a quick video kind of walking you through this first problem. And so I'm just going to read it out to you and then kind of work through the questions with it. So it says there is a family, or a family is giving out Halloween candy bags here. So they're handing out Halloween candy bags. So we've got these bags of candy going. And then it says each bag has Snicker bars and Kit Kat bars in it. Okay, so we've got Snicker bars. Let's do Snicker bars are green. So we got Snicker bars, and we have Kit Kat bars will be red. Okay, so and it says use the graph to answer the questions below. So we're just going to use this graph to answer the questions below. All right, good. So we're going to keep that, and we're going to come down and look at our question. So the first question it says here at Halloween Candy 1 says, how many Snicker bars are there for each one Kit Kat bar? So for every one Kit Kat bar, how many Snicker bars would we have in each bag? Okay, so let's go back and look at our graph here. So, and just so we can see which one color we're using here. So let's look. So for two Kit Kat bars, so if we had two Kit Kat bars, we'll draw a little line. If we had two Kit Kat bars, right? How many? Let's see. How many Snickers bars would we have? Well, we'd have 8, right? We can see that from the graph. And then what if we had 4 Kit Kat bars? If we have 4 Kit Kat bars, okay, we would have how many Snickers? We'd have 16, sorry, 16. If we have 4 Kit Kat bars, we have 16. All right, and so kind of what I'm wanting to demonstrate to you here is how to use a graph to understand how to get to per one. So per one. So I have information here, but what if I just wanted to know about one Kit Kat, or yeah, if we had just had one Kit Kat bar. So what we need to do, obviously we can use our graph here and we can kind of see it on the graph, but I want to show you a different way because you're going to need that later. So we could just look here and we could say, oh, well, let's see. So for one Kit Kat bar, right, if we see the 1 and we could go up to our line here and then we could go over and we could see that our answer should be 4. So we should have 4 Snickers, whatever, right? Snickers bars per 1 Kit Kat. Okay, so we know that, right? So we already know that, but let's see if we can figure it out. What if we didn't have this information right here exactly on the line for us, or didn't notice this at least? So then what would we do? Could we use the 8 and the 2? What if we knew we had 2 Kit Kat bars and we had 8 Snickers bars? All right, so what we could do is we could say, okay, well, we know this is our y. This is our y, right? Y to the sky. And then we know that this is our x, okay, going this way. This is our x, and it says it right here. So what we can do is if we remember, we have our slope. Our slope. And our slope is the same as our rate. Our rate. Okay. And you're gonna, sorry, I'll make an equal sign. So it's the same. So it's the same, right? So slope equals rate. And if we remember, our slope is over y over x, right? So if we look at this, we can kind of figure out what we would have for our slope or for our rate, since they're the same thing. So we have our y. So if we're using this, let's say we're going to say 8. We had 8 Snickers bars. So we have 8 Snickers bars, and then we have, let's see, if we have 8 Snickers bars, we go over and down, and we see we have two Kit Kat bars, right? So what does that equal? So 8 divided by 2, and that's what the key here is, okay? We want to just do this division to figure out what's happening. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now, what does this 4 mean? This 4 means that we have 4 Snickers bars for every 1 Kit Kat bar. So we have 4. Okay, when we find our slope or our rate, we do the division. When we do the division, that tells us our unit rate. So we have 4 Snickers bars for every 1 Kit Kat. For every 1 Kit Kat. And again, you could have seen this from the graph if you just said, oh, well, I know I have 1 Kit Kat bar, so in the graph shows me that I have 4 Snickers bars here. But if you didn't have this information, right, then you would need to figure it out a different way. And so you can always use your slope, your rate, to figure that out, okay? Remember, it's just y over x. And so we do that division. And when we divide here, it gives us our unit rate, which is always per 1, right? That per 1. It'll tell you what it is. All right? Cool. Thanks.